AudioBooksTube is glad to produce, publish, and offer. If you understand people, you understand the world. By Sage D. Esotreasure. In today's fast-paced world, filled with digital screens and virtual connections, it's easy to lose sight of the essential skill of reading people. Imagine walking into any situation, whether it's a business meeting, family gathering, or social event, and being able to instantly understand what others are feeling or thinking without them saying a word. Picture being able to navigate through interactions with a newfound sense of certainty and assurance. That's the power of mastering human behavior. Human interaction has evolved, yet the need for face-to-face connection remains constant. We live in an era where technology dominates communication, but our inherent need for authentic relationships never goes away. Understanding people, reading their body language, and interpreting unspoken cues has become even more important in the modern world. This guide aims to equip you with the knowledge to bridge the gap that technology often creates. The subtle art of reading people doesn't just enhance your social interactions, it transforms them. Imagine the difference it could make in your relationships, your work, and your personal life. Consider a workplace scenario. Walking into a boardroom, you immediately sense the energy of the room, gauging who's eager to collaborate and who's holding back. This ability to read a room isn't just about intuition, it's a learnable skill that can set you apart professionally. Or think about your family life, those tense moments at gatherings when words aren't spoken, but you can feel something simmering beneath the surface. With the right tools, you'd be able to diffuse these situations before they escalate, fostering peace and connection. The key to reading people lies in understanding nonverbal cues, body language, facial expressions, tone of voice. Every gesture, every slight change in posture, every fleeting expression has a story to tell. Unlike most books that only scratch the surface of social skills, this guide goes deeper. It dives into the psychology behind why people behave the way they do, teaching you to not just see the signs, but also understand the reasons behind them. Research in psychology and neuroscience has provided incredible insights into how we communicate beyond words. For example, microexpressions, those tiny, almost imperceptible movements of the face, can reveal a person's true feelings even when they're trying to hide them. Body posture, too, can say a lot, whether someone is feeling confident, open, or defensive. And then there's vocal tone, which can indicate nervousness, sincerity, or even deception. Mastering these skills isn't just about becoming a better communicator, it's about becoming a more insightful human being. For professionals, the ability to read people can be a game changer. Whether you're negotiating a deal, interviewing for a job, or simply networking, being able to understand the other person's true intentions gives you a significant advantage. Leadership, in particular, demands emotional intelligence. By honing these skills, you'll become a leader people trust and follow. In personal relationships, the impact is just as profound. Understanding the nonverbal cues of those closest to you allows you to respond in ways that build trust and empathy. you'll be better equipped to manage conflicts, ensuring that disagreements lead to growth rather than resentment. Imagine how your romantic relationships could flourish as you become more attuned to your partner's unspoken feelings. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers will find this book's integration of research-based insights both engaging and practical. It's not just theory, it's filled with actionable techniques that you can apply right away. Each chapter includes real-world exercises designed to help you practice what you've learned, ensuring that these skills become second nature. By the time you finish this guide, you'll be equipped with strategies for spotting deception, identifying emotions, and building trust in any interaction. You'll carry a newfound confidence into every conversation, knowing that you can navigate even the most complex social situations with ease. Let's consider a practical scenario: attending a networking event. For many, these events are intimidating, filled with strangers and awkward small talk. But imagine walking into the room with a new sense of calm. You observe the group dynamics from a distance, picking up on body language and energy. Instead of feeling lost, you confidently approach the right people, initiating meaningful conversations that go beyond surface-level chit-chat. Or perhaps you find yourself in a heated discussion with a colleague. Armed with your knowledge of human behavior, you notice the subtle signs of stress or discomfort. Rather than letting the conflict escalate, you guide the conversation towards a more productive, empathetic space. These skills will make you not just a valuable team member but also a leader who people look to for support and guidance. In your personal life, the benefits are equally transformative. You'll notice when a friend or family member is struggling, even if they haven't said anything outright. Your ability to respond with empathy will create stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Communication will become more open and honest, leading to deeper connections where everyone feels heard and valued. This journey isn't just about learning a few tricks to get ahead socially or professionally. It's about fundamentally transforming the way you relate to others. By understanding the subtleties of human behavior, you'll foster relationships that are more authentic and fulfilling. And as you grow in your ability to read people, you'll also grow in self-awareness, becoming more in tune with your own emotions and reactions. Throughout the chapters, you'll explore the intricacies of body language, facial expressions, and vocal tones. You'll learn how to manage conflicts, build trust, and connect on a deeper level with the people in your life. This book isn't just a guide, it's a toolkit for personal growth and improved social interactions. Imagine what life could be like if every interaction was an opportunity for deeper understanding, clearer communication, and more meaningful connection. That's the reality you'll step into as you master the art of reading people. Welcome to a new level of understanding. Welcome to the art of reading people. In the realm of human communication, body language plays a vital role, often expressing far more than spoken words ever could. Whether in casual conversations, business meetings, or relationships, our gestures, expressions, posture, and even eye contact convey layers of meaning that are crucial to how our messages are interpreted. By understanding and mastering body language, individuals can improve their interactions, making them more meaningful and effective. This exploration into body language is not just about reading others, it's about aligning your own nonverbal cues with your words to ensure clear and genuine communication. Body language is an ancient form of communication, predating spoken and written language. Long before humans developed the complex languages we use today, they relied on physical gestures and facial expressions to convey their thoughts and emotions. Early humans, for instance, would use hand signals to express peace, surrender, or approval. These gestures were vital for survival, helping to establish trust, cooperation, and social bonds within early communities. The importance of nonverbal communication is still evident today, where a smile, a nod, or even a frown can communicate volumes without a single word. Historically, some of the greatest thinkers have delved into the study of body language. Charles Darwin, for example, in his 1872 book The Expression of the Emotions in Man and Animals, suggested that many of our emotional expressions are universal and have deep evolutionary roots. Darwin's theory proposed that human emotions like happiness, anger, and fear are expressed similarly across all cultures, and these expressions evolved because they were advantageous for survival. He also argued that similar expressions can be found in animals, suggesting that nonverbal communication has played an essential role in both human and animal interactions. Building upon Darwin's ideas, researchers like Paul Ekman expanded our understanding of facial expressions. Ekman identified and cataloged specific facial expressions tied to basic emotions such as joy, sadness, fear, anger, and surprise. His research showed that these expressions are consistent across different cultures, proving that some nonverbal cues are biologically innate rather than learned. Ekman's work, particularly on microexpressions, small, involuntary facial movements that reveal genuine emotions, has been fundamental in the study of deception and human communication. This universal nature of body language is evident across cultures. For example, the smile is almost universally recognized as a sign of happiness or friendliness, while a frown is commonly interpreted as a signal of displeasure or sadness. Even in isolated communities with little exposure to modern society, people exhibit similar nonverbal behaviors when expressing emotions. This suggests that body language is a deeply ingrained form of communication, transcending cultural differences and playing a crucial role in human interaction. Understanding the historical context of body language gives us valuable insight into its continuing importance. In early human societies, nonverbal cues were essential for cooperation, survival, and social bonding. For instance, silent gestures were crucial during hunting, allowing groups to communicate without alarming their prey. Leaders within these groups would often use physical postures to assert dominance or submission, maintaining social order and cohesion. These early uses of body language illustrate how it was not only a means of communication but also a way to strengthen social bonds and ensure the survival of communities. Despite the advent of complex spoken languages, body language remains a powerful tool in modern human interactions. It enhances verbal communication by adding context, emotion, and emphasis, making conversations more effective and nuanced. For instance, in a business meeting, the words spoken may seem positive, but if someone's body language is closed off, crossed arms, lack of eye contact, the message may be interpreted as negative or disinterested. Conversely, open body language, like facing someone directly, maintaining eye contact, and using welcoming gestures, can foster trust and rapport. In today's world, mastering body language is essential in various settings, from professional environments to personal relationships. In business, understanding nonverbal cues can give individuals a competitive edge. During a job interview, for example, maintaining good posture, offering a firm handshake, and making appropriate eye contact can leave a strong, positive impression. Similarly, during presentations or negotiations, confident body language such as standing tall, using open gestures, and smiling can convey competence, reliability, and approachability, traits that are highly valued in professional settings. Additionally, body language plays a critical role in building trust and rapport in social interactions. Simple actions, such as mirroring someone's posture or nodding in agreement, can create a sense of connection and mutual understanding. However, negative body language, like crossing arms, avoiding eye contact, or turning away, can signal disinterest or discomfort, potentially hindering communication and damaging relationships. Recognizing and adjusting these cues can drastically improve how you're perceived and how effectively you can communicate. In personal relationships, the ability to read and respond to nonverbal cues can deepen emotional connections and strengthen bonds. For example, understanding when a partner is feeling stressed or upset, even if they haven't verbally expressed it, allows for a more empathetic response, creating a space where they feel understood and supported. Similarly, being aware of your own body language helps ensure that your words are consistent with your actions, fostering honesty and openness. The study of body language extends far beyond simple gestures or facial expressions. It includes tone of voice, pace of speech, and how we position ourselves relative to others. For instance, someone who speaks quickly and in a high-pitched voice may be perceived as nervous, while a slower, more controlled voice may be seen as confident and calm. These subtleties, when combined with an understanding of body posture and facial expressions, provide a comprehensive picture of how someone is feeling. Learning to interpret and master body language can significantly enhance both your professional and personal life. Whether it's making a great first impression during a job interview, building rapport with colleagues, or improving your relationships with loved ones, the ability to communicate non-verbally is invaluable. Body language helps us express emotions, connect with others, and navigate social situations with ease. In conclusion, body language is a fundamental aspect of human communication that transcends words. From ancient times to the modern world, it has played a crucial role in how we interact, form relationships, and navigate social environments. By mastering body language, we can improve our interpersonal skills, build stronger connections, and become more effective communicators in every area of life. In our daily interactions, nonverbal communication often speaks louder than words. Subtle cues like a shift in posture, a change in facial expression, or where a person positions their hands can profoundly affect how we interpret their feelings or thoughts. This ability to read and respond to these cues is a crucial part of empathy, especially in close relationships. By noticing and reacting to these subtle nonverbal signs, we can foster trust, enhance intimacy, and cultivate a supportive environment that benefits both individuals. Understanding how verbal and nonverbal communication intersect is key to enhancing the clarity and effectiveness of any interaction. When we align what we say with how we physically present ourselves, our communication becomes more genuine and believable. For example, imagine saying, "I'm open to feedback," but doing so with your arms crossed and your body turned away. These mixed signals can cause confusion or lead others to mistrust your intentions. On the other hand, if your words and body language match, such as nodding while agreeing or maintaining eye contact while speaking sincerely, you create a sense of credibility and trustworthiness. Verbal communication is only one part of the overall picture. Tone of voice, pitch, and inflection also play a significant role in how messages are perceived. A warm, enthusiastic tone paired with an open, relaxed posture conveys friendliness and attentiveness, while a flat, monotone voice combined with a slouched stance suggests boredom or disengagement, even if the words themselves are positive. This disparity between verbal and nonverbal signals can alter how others interpret what is said, making it important to ensure that both align, especially in professional and personal settings. Research has shown that nonverbal cues often carry more weight than verbal ones. In a professional context, this is especially true. For instance, during a job interview, a candidate who maintains good posture, speaks confidently, and makes appropriate eye contact is more likely to come across as competent and prepared. In contrast, someone with slumped shoulders and a hesitant tone may be perceived as less confident, regardless of their actual skills or qualifications. Context also plays a critical role in interpreting nonverbal communication. A gesture or facial expression might carry different meanings depending on the situation or cultural background. For example, avoiding eye contact might be seen as a sign of dishonesty in some cultures, while in others, it is a mark of respect. Understanding these nuances helps us communicate more effectively across diverse settings, whether in a tense business negotiation, a family gathering, or a casual conversation with friends. To improve the congruence between verbal and nonverbal communication, various strategies can be employed. One of the simplest and most effective techniques is practicing active listening. When we truly focus on what the other person is saying, our body language naturally aligns with the conversation. Nodding in agreement, offering appropriate facial expressions, and maintaining eye contact are all ways to demonstrate engagement and understanding. This helps create a positive atmosphere and fosters mutual respect. For professionals, honing nonverbal communication skills can be a game changer. Rehearsing speeches or presentations in front of a mirror allows individuals to observe and adjust their body language in real time. Recording oneself during practice sessions can also be an insightful way to spot and correct any mismatches between verbal and nonverbal cues. This level of self-awareness ensures that when it's time to deliver the actual presentation, the speaker comes across as confident, credible, and engaging. In personal relationships, nonverbal communication plays a crucial role in building trust and emotional connection. Simple actions like maintaining eye contact, smiling, or mirroring a partner's gestures can significantly enhance the depth and quality of interactions. These small cues signal attentiveness and empathy, strengthening bonds and fostering a more supportive and harmonious relationship. Moreover, tone of voice is critical in avoiding misunderstandings. A gentle, calm tone during a difficult conversation can help soften the message and promote mutual respect, while a harsh or hurried tone may escalate tensions. In the workplace, understanding body language can improve both leadership and collaboration. Positive nonverbal signals, such as a firm handshake or an open stance, create a welcoming environment that encourages productive dialogue. Additionally, being mindful of colleagues' nonverbal cues, whether it's a nod of agreement or a tense posture, can help leaders or team members gauge the mood in the room, adjust their approach, and respond in a more thoughtful, empathetic manner. This attention to nonverbal details can enhance both individual and team dynamics, leading to better outcomes. For those interested in psychology or personal development, the study of nonverbal communication offers deep insights into human behavior. Recognizing patterns in body language can provide clues about someone's underlying emotions or intentions. For instance, if someone's feet are pointing towards the exit during a conversation, it may indicate that they're eager to leave, even if their words don't express it. Being able to notice and address these subtle cues allows for more empathetic and responsive communication, which can be particularly useful in conflict resolution or sensitive discussions. Exercises like role-playing can also help individuals improve the congruence between their verbal and nonverbal communication. By practicing in controlled settings, individuals learn to maintain open body language, even when discussing difficult or emotionally charged topics. This can be especially beneficial in both personal and professional relationships, teaching participants how to navigate conversations with calmness and empathy. Workshops that focus on nonverbal skills often provide hands-on practice and personalized feedback, fostering continuous improvement. Achieving alignment between verbal and nonverbal cues requires ongoing practice and self-awareness. By paying attention to the way we speak, adjusting our body language to match the situation, and considering the context of the interaction, we can communicate more effectively and authentically. This skill is invaluable for anyone looking to improve their relationships, advance in their career, or simply gain a deeper understanding of human interactions. A few guidelines for ensuring consistency between verbal and nonverbal communication can be both simple and powerful. Start by becoming more aware of your own body language and how it aligns with what you're saying. Practicing in front of a mirror can help identify areas where verbal and nonverbal messages may diverge. Recording presentations or conversations provides an opportunity to review and adjust. Engaging in active listening shows genuine interest, demonstrated by subtle nonverbal cues like nodding or smiling. During stressful interactions, adopting a calm and open posture can also help diffuse tension and convey a sense of receptiveness. By regularly practicing these techniques, individuals can achieve a natural harmony between their words and their actions, allowing them to communicate with greater clarity and connect with others more deeply. Ultimately, effective communication is not just about the words we use, but how we present them, making nonverbal communication an essential tool for success in both personal and professional settings. Understanding nonverbal communication is vital to how we engage with others in our personal and professional lives. Our bodies often communicate just as much, if not more, than the words we speak. By grasping this holistic approach to communication, embracing both verbal and nonverbal cues, we can have richer and more meaningful interactions in every facet of our lives. Concluding thoughts. Throughout the discussion on nonverbal communication, it's clear that body language plays a significant role in human interaction. From the work of early researchers like Charles Darwin and Paul Ekman, we've gained insights into the universality of emotional expressions. These early studies reveal that certain gestures and facial expressions transcend cultures, showing that nonverbal cues are deeply rooted in our evolutionary history. Recognizing and interpreting body language can significantly enhance our daily interactions, whether in personal or professional settings. When verbal and nonverbal communication align, they create trust and rapport, an essential foundation for successful relationships and career growth. Being able to identify subtle nonverbal signals, such as a shift in posture or a fleeting facial expression, allows us to respond more empathetically, fostering deeper connections. By refining these skills, we can have more authentic and meaningful exchanges, enhancing not only our personal lives but also our professional development. Decoding facial expressions. Facial expressions are a gateway to understanding the emotions of those around us. Whether at work, in relationships, or during everyday encounters, accurately reading facial cues can provide invaluable insights into what someone is truly feeling. Our faces are constantly communicating, offering a wealth of information beyond what is said aloud. By paying attention to the subtleties of facial expressions, we can become more empathetic and responsive in our social interactions. This deeper level of understanding promotes stronger connections and improves communication. 7 Universal Facial Expressions. There are 7 universal emotions that are expressed similarly across all cultures: happiness, sadness, surprise, fear, disgust, anger, and contempt. These emotions are fundamental to nonverbal communication and can be identified through specific facial cues. For instance, happiness is often associated with raised cheeks and the appearance of crow's feet around the eyes, while sadness may manifest in drooping eyelids and downturned corners of the mouth. Recognizing these universal expressions provides a shared understanding of emotions that transcends cultural boundaries. Tools for recognizing facial expressions. Learning to recognize these emotions begins with familiarizing yourself with the specific facial muscles involved in each expression. A practical approach to this is studying photographs or videos that depict the 7 universal emotions. Observing how features like the eyebrows, eyes, and mouth shift during different expressions can help solidify your understanding. You can also practice in front of a mirror, mimicking the expressions to build muscle memory. This hands-on approach enhances your ability to recognize emotions in others and reinforces your own nonverbal communication. To further improve, observe people in real-life situations. Visit public places like parks or cafes and discreetly study their facial expressions, trying to identify the emotions they're displaying. This exercise not only sharpens your observational skills, but also helps you develop a deeper understanding of the emotions at play in everyday life. Mobile apps and online tools can also help improve your recognition of facial expressions through interactive quizzes and challenges. These resources are often used by professionals in psychology, but they are equally helpful for anyone interested in mastering nonverbal communication. Context matters. While learning to identify facial expressions is important, understanding the context in which they occur is crucial. The same facial expression can convey different emotions depending on the situation. For example, someone might furrow their brows out of concentration during a difficult task, but the same expression could also indicate frustration in a stressful situation. Misinterpreting facial cues without considering the context can lead to misunderstandings. To avoid this, pay attention to additional signals, such as body language, tone of voice, and environmental factors. Engaging in active listening and asking clarifying questions can also help ensure your interpretation matches the person's actual emotional state. For instance, if someone looks surprised during a conversation, it's helpful to ask if they need further explanation or clarification. This approach not only deepens your understanding but also demonstrates your willingness to listen and engage. Practice makes perfect. Like any skill, improving your ability to read facial expressions requires continuous practice. Set small, manageable goals each day, such as identifying at least 5 different emotions while watching a movie, reading news clips, or engaging in conversations. Over time, you'll find it easier to detect subtle emotional cues in real-life interactions. Incorporating games and other enjoyable activities into your practice can make the process more fun and engaging. For example, charades, where participants act out emotions without speaking, can be a light-hearted way to improve your ability to recognize facial expressions. This kind of playful interaction not only boosts your observational skills but also encourages teamwork and empathy among the participants. There are numerous online resources that support the learning journey. These include detailed articles, video tutorials, and expert-led webinars that delve into the intricacies of facial expressions and nonverbal communication. For young professionals aiming to improve their leadership and networking abilities, mastering the recognition of facial expressions can be a powerful tool. Not only does it enhance communication, but it also fosters stronger relationships with colleagues, clients, and team members. Using nonverbal cues to your advantage. Once you've developed the ability to read and interpret facial expressions, you can begin using this knowledge to your advantage in both personal and professional settings. In the workplace, for example, being able to accurately read a client's or colleague's emotions can help you adjust your approach, leading to more productive and harmonious interactions. You may also become more adept at diffusing tense situations by recognizing and responding to signs of frustration, anger, or discomfort before they escalate. In your personal life, understanding facial expressions can deepen your relationships. By noticing when someone is sad, even if they don't verbally express it, you can offer comfort and support, strengthening your bond with them. Similarly, recognizing when a loved one is happy or excited allows you to share in their joy more fully. In essence, mastering the recognition of facial expressions provides an invaluable tool for enhancing your interpersonal communication. Whether in professional environments, personal relationships, or everyday social interactions, the ability to read and respond to facial cues can enrich your life and help you build stronger connections with others. In today's fast-paced world, where communication is key in both personal and professional realms, understanding nonverbal cues, such as body language and facial expressions, can significantly enhance interpersonal relationships. Being attuned to nonverbal communication helps individuals connect more deeply with others, fostering stronger empathy and emotional insight. Whether it's improving workplace dynamics, deepening romantic bonds, or strengthening family ties, recognizing and interpreting emotional signals can lead to more successful interactions. For those looking to enhance their communication skills in the workplace, understanding nonverbal signals enables better networking and connection with colleagues, clients, and supervisors. Professionals can benefit from this increased awareness by detecting underlying emotions, especially in tense or high-stakes situations, such as meetings or negotiations. For example, recognizing when a colleague is stressed or overwhelmed can prompt you to offer support or adjust your approach, which may lead to more productive outcomes. Similarly, in personal relationships, identifying nonverbal cues allows individuals to respond with greater compassion, enhancing emotional closeness and trust. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers often gravitate toward the study of facial expressions because of their profound influence on human behavior. By incorporating research-based insights into daily interactions, they can develop a deeper understanding of how emotions impact communication. The awareness of universal facial expressions, such as happiness, sadness, anger, and disgust, offers a solid foundation for exploring more nuanced emotional dynamics in various social settings. The role of microexpressions. Microexpressions are rapid, involuntary facial movements that reveal a person's true emotions, even when they're trying to conceal them. These fleeting expressions occur within a fraction of a second and can be quite telling, as they often reveal the emotions someone is unwilling or unable to express openly. Detecting microexpressions requires keen observation and practice, as they can be subtle and easy to miss. To effectively spot microexpressions, it's essential to maintain consistent eye contact without being intrusive. Subtle changes around the eyes and mouth, two of the most expressive areas of the face, are usually the most indicative of underlying emotions. For example, a quick tightening of the lips might suggest frustration, while widened eyes could signify surprise. Practicing mindfulness during conversations can improve your ability to remain focused, making it easier to detect these fleeting expressions. Training yourself to stay present and attentive increases your overall awareness of subtle emotional cues. There are various exercises that can help improve your ability to detect microexpressions. One effective method is watching videos of people expressing different emotions and pausing the video at intervals to identify brief changes in their facial expressions. Additionally, mobile apps designed to train users in recognizing microexpressions can be highly beneficial. These apps provide real-time feedback and simulate real-life scenarios, making the learning process engaging and interactive. Being able to detect microexpressions can greatly enhance your interactions across various settings. For example, in negotiations, spotting a brief expression of doubt or hesitation in the other party can alert you to their concerns, allowing you to address these issues proactively. Similarly, during a job interview, noticing a fleeting expression of anxiety in the candidate can offer insights into areas where they might need support or encouragement. In personal relationships, recognizing a quick flash of sadness or distress on a loved one's face can prompt you to offer comfort and empathy, thereby deepening emotional connections. Context is equally important when interpreting microexpressions, as the setting often influences the meaning of certain expressions. For instance, a furrowed brow in a professional meeting may indicate concentration rather than frustration, depending on the topic of discussion. Being aware of these situational nuances ensures that you decode emotions more accurately. The science behind microexpressions. The appearance of microexpressions is rooted in our biological and psychological makeup. Our brains are hardwired to react instantaneously to emotional stimuli, and these reactions often manifest on our faces before we have time to consciously control them. Because microexpressions occur so quickly, They serve as reliable indicators of genuine emotions, often revealing a person's true feelings before they can mask them deliberately. Although these expressions can offer invaluable insights, their fleeting nature presents challenges for untrained observers. Since they last only a fraction of a second, microexpressions can easily be missed or misinterpreted. Continuous practice and exposure to various examples are essential for honing the ability to read these quick facial cues. Engaging in regular exercises, such as reviewing recorded interactions for microexpressions, can strengthen your observational skills over time. Incorporating technology into your training can further enhance your ability to detect microexpressions. Several software programs use artificial intelligence to analyze facial expressions and provide immediate feedback. These tools help users understand the nuances of microexpressions while tracking progress in real time. Some platforms even offer guided practices and simulations, which test your skills in diverse scenarios, making the learning experience comprehensive and practical. Reflecting on past conversations where microexpressions may have changed the way you perceived interactions can also be an insightful exercise. Think about moments when you felt there was more to a conversation than what was being said aloud. Consider how noticing a fleeting expression could have altered your response or deepened your understanding of the situation. This reflection reinforces the importance of paying attention to brief but significant nonverbal cues. Challenges in reading microexpressions. While mastering the recognition of microexpressions can be immensely beneficial, it does come with its challenges. Emotional biases can interfere with accurate interpretation, leading to incorrect assumptions. For example, if you're feeling stressed or anxious, you might misread a neutral expression as one of disapproval. Cultivating emotional neutrality and practicing mindfulness can help mitigate this risk, ensuring that you observe others' expressions more objectively. To further refine your skills, self-assessment tools can be useful for tracking your improvement. Regularly testing yourself with facial recognition quizzes or scenario-based assessments can highlight areas where you excel and identify aspects that need more attention. Setting personal goals, such as improving your recognition accuracy or detecting emotions more quickly, can motivate you to continue refining your abilities. In conclusion, understanding and mastering the recognition of facial expressions and microexpressions can significantly improve your communication skills and interpersonal relationships. Whether in professional environments or personal encounters, being attuned to subtle emotional cues fosters deeper connections and enhances the effectiveness of your interactions. Continuous practice, combined with the use of modern tools and resources, will enable you to navigate social dynamics with greater empathy and insight. The ability to accurately interpret facial expressions plays a crucial role in enhancing both personal and professional interactions. By developing this skill, individuals can gain a deeper understanding of the emotions and intentions behind nonverbal cues, allowing them to communicate more effectively and build stronger connections. Whether in everyday social situations or high-stakes negotiations, Being able to recognize and respond to subtle emotional signals can lead to more successful outcomes and foster meaningful relationships. Throughout our exploration of facial expressions, we've looked at how to recognize universal emotions, used tools and exercises to sharpen our observational abilities, and discussed the importance of context in interpreting these cues. By practicing these techniques, we can become more attuned to the emotional signals people display, whether consciously or unconsciously. This attunement leads to improved communication and stronger bonds with others, which are essential in both personal and professional settings. One particularly valuable skill is recognizing micro-expressions, those brief, involuntary facial movements that occur when someone is trying to suppress or hide their true feelings. Although these fleeting expressions last only a fraction of a second, they reveal genuine emotions, which can be particularly useful in high-pressure situations like job interviews or negotiations. As we continue to practice and refine our ability to read both universal and micro-expressions, we enhance our emotional intelligence and our effectiveness in interacting with others, ultimately fostering deeper, more meaningful connections. The power of eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most fundamental forms of nonverbal communication, often conveying more information than words themselves. The way we use our eyes can reveal a great deal about our emotions, intentions, and even our level of confidence. In professional settings, maintaining appropriate eye contact can help build trust and convey authority, while in personal relationships, it can foster intimacy and understanding. Understanding the nuances of eye contact is essential for navigating social interactions more effectively. By aligning our nonverbal cues, such as eye contact, with our verbal messages, we can ensure clear communication and avoid misunderstandings. Different types of eye contact carry different meanings, and mastering the use of eye contact can enhance our interpersonal skills, making us more empathetic and attentive communicators. Direct eye contact, for example, is a powerful tool that can signal confidence, sincerity, and engagement. In professional contexts, maintaining eye contact during conversations helps build trust and shows that you are earnest in your interactions. Whether you are giving a presentation or having a one-on-one discussion, direct eye contact fosters a sense of openness and reliability. However, it is important to strike a balance. Excessive eye contact can come across as aggressive or confrontational, while too little can be perceived as a lack of interest or confidence. On the other hand, avoiding eye contact can communicate discomfort, shyness, or even dishonesty, depending on the context. In some situations, such as job interviews, a candidate who avoids eye contact may be perceived as nervous or unsure of themselves. In contrast, in certain cultural contexts or high-stress situations, avoiding eye contact can be a sign of respect or an attempt to diffuse tension. Therefore, it's essential to consider both the situation and cultural background when interpreting a lack of eye contact. A softer, more relaxed gaze can also be highly effective in communication, particularly in personal relationships. This type of eye contact creates a comfortable environment for conversation, encouraging others to open up and share their thoughts. A gentle gaze conveys empathy, understanding, and attentiveness, making it easier for people to connect on a deeper emotional level. This type of eye contact is especially important when trying to build rapport or provide emotional support in close relationships. In addition to the type of eye contact, blinking patterns can offer valuable insights into a person's emotional state. For instance, an increased blink rate may indicate stress or discomfort, suggesting that the individual is feeling overwhelmed or anxious. Conversely, a slower blink rate may reflect calmness and confidence, signaling that the person is at ease in the interaction. Observing these subtle nonverbal cues can help you gauge the emotional climate of the conversation and adjust your approach accordingly. Another interesting aspect of eye contact is the synchronization of blinking patterns with the rhythm of speech. When someone is actively engaged in a conversation, they may unconsciously align their blinking with the pauses in the other person's speech, demonstrating attentiveness and interest. Recognizing these signals allows for a more accurate interpretation of someone's level of engagement and understanding. Cultural and contextual factors in eye contact. Cultural differences play a significant role in how eye contact is perceived and interpreted. In many Western cultures, direct eye contact is associated with honesty, confidence, and attentiveness. Failing to maintain eye contact in these settings might be seen as a sign of disinterest, evasiveness, or even dishonesty. However, in some Eastern cultures, prolonged eye contact can be viewed as disrespectful or overly aggressive, particularly in hierarchical relationships or formal settings. For example, in countries like Japan or South Korea, avoiding prolonged eye contact is a sign of respect, especially when speaking to someone of higher social or professional status. In these cultures, maintaining eye contact for too long might be perceived as challenging or confrontational, which contrasts sharply with Western norms. Understanding these cultural differences is crucial for effective cross-cultural communication, as it helps prevent misinterpretations and fosters more respectful and meaningful interactions. Context also plays an essential role in how eye contact is perceived. In high-stakes situations, such as negotiations or interviews, maintaining steady eye contact can convey authority and assertiveness, helping you establish credibility without being intimidating. However, in more relaxed environments, softer, intermittent eye contact tends to create a welcoming and comfortable atmosphere, encouraging open dialogue and emotional connection. To effectively use eye contact in various situations, it's important to be mindful of the setting and the comfort levels of those involved. For example, maintaining eye contact while giving a presentation can help engage your audience and convey confidence, but in a casual conversation, constant eye contact may make the other person feel uncomfortable or pressured. Knowing when to maintain eye contact and when to break it is a delicate balance that, when mastered, can greatly improve your communication skills. Conclusion: Mastering the use of eye contact and understanding its subtleties in communication can significantly enhance your interpersonal skills. Whether you aim to build professional networks, strengthen personal relationships, or simply become a more empathetic communicator, being attuned to the various forms of eye contact and their meanings is a vital skill. By recognizing situational and cultural contexts, you can use eye contact to build trust, convey confidence, and foster deeper emotional connections, ultimately improving your ability to communicate effectively in any setting. In today's fast-paced world, where communication forms the backbone of both personal and professional success, understanding and effectively utilizing eye contact is more crucial than ever. Eye contact serves as a fundamental aspect of nonverbal communication, carrying significant weight in how we express ourselves, build relationships, and convey emotions. Young professionals, in particular, can greatly benefit from mastering this skill, as it can significantly impact their career growth, help them navigate complex social interactions, and build meaningful personal relationships. Effective eye contact is a powerful tool for establishing rapport with colleagues, superiors, clients, and even family members. In professional settings, the ability to use eye contact strategically can help an individual command attention during meetings, signal confidence during presentations, and foster a sense of sincerity and trust during one-on-one conversations. This nonverbal cue can often speak louder than words, as it sends a clear message of engagement and attentiveness. On a personal level, eye contact plays an equally important role in romantic and familial relationships. Sharing a gentle, empathetic gaze during intimate moments can deepen emotional bonds, facilitating more open and heartfelt conversations. By simply looking into someone's eyes with genuine interest and care, individuals can convey understanding, empathy, and love, strengthening the emotional connection between partners, family members, and close friends. For those interested in psychology or self-improvement, the study of eye contact reveals fascinating insights into human behavior. By paying close attention to the subtle cues of eye contact, including blinking patterns in the direction of someone's gaze, it becomes easier to interpret their emotional state and underlying feelings. This heightened awareness can lead to more effective communication, improved relationships, and a deeper understanding of the emotions and intentions of others. Cultural differences in eye contact. One of the most intriguing aspects of eye contact is how it is perceived and used differently across cultures. Understanding these cultural nuances is essential for anyone who frequently interacts with individuals from diverse backgrounds, as it helps avoid potential misunderstandings and facilitates smoother communication. In many Western cultures, for example, direct eye contact is considered a hallmark of respect, confidence, and attentiveness. Maintaining steady eye contact during a conversation is often interpreted as a sign of engagement, trustworthiness, and sincerity. This cultural norm places great emphasis on face-to-face interactions, particularly in professional and social settings, where avoiding eye contact might be viewed as a sign of disinterest, dishonesty, or even disrespect. Conversely, in many Eastern cultures, eye contact is often perceived in a very different light. In these regions, such as Japan and China, avoiding direct eye contact is typically seen as a gesture of respect, particularly when interacting with elders or superiors. Prolonged or intense eye contact may be interpreted as confrontational or overly assertive, which goes against the cultural values of maintaining social harmony and mutual respect. As a result, individuals from Eastern cultures may adopt a more indirect gaze during conversations, especially in formal or hierarchical settings. Misunderstandings can easily arise when individuals from different cultural backgrounds interact, as their interpretations of eye contact may differ significantly. For instance, a Westerner who is accustomed to direct eye contact might misinterpret an Eastern colleague's avoidance of eye contact as a sign of evasiveness or unfriendliness, when in reality, it is simply a reflection of cultural norms. By recognizing and respecting these differences, individuals can prevent such misunderstandings and build stronger, more respectful relationships across cultures. In Latin American cultures, eye contact holds yet another meaning. Here, prolonged eye contact is often used as a way to express warmth, sincerity, and connection. It is a gesture that fosters intimacy and trust, particularly in personal relationships. For instance, in countries like Brazil and Argentina, maintaining strong eye contact during conversations signifies engagement and friendliness. Failing to do so may be interpreted as a lack of interest or even rudeness. As with other cultural norms, understanding these nuances can greatly enhance one's ability to build rapport and establish genuine connections with individuals from these regions. Strategies for using eye contact across cultures. Given the diverse interpretations of eye contact around the world, it is important to adapt your use of this nonverbal cue to the cultural context in which you are interacting. By doing so, you can build rapport, foster trust, and ensure effective communication across a variety of settings. One key strategy is to establish initial eye contact early in a conversation. This simple gesture signals openness and a willingness to engage, setting a positive tone for the interaction. However, it is equally important to adjust the intensity and duration of eye contact based on the feedback you receive from the other person. For example, while prolonged eye contact might be appreciated in Latin American cultures, it may be perceived as overly assertive in Eastern cultures. In such cases, softening your gaze or breaking eye contact intermittently can help avoid giving the impression of aggression or disrespect. Throughout a conversation, it is essential to maintain engaged eye contact to demonstrate continued interest and attentiveness. This involves not only looking at the other person but also being mindful of their reactions and comfort levels. If the person seems uneasy or overwhelmed, it may be helpful to break eye contact for a moment to create a more relaxed atmosphere. Adapting your behavior based on the other person's body language and facial expressions ensures that the conversation remains comfortable and open. Ultimately, Effective cross-cultural communication requires an appreciation of these diverse perspectives on eye contact. By learning about and respecting these differences, individuals can enrich their interpersonal interactions, build stronger relationships, and communicate more empathetically with people from various cultural backgrounds. Enhancing professional and personal relationships. For young professionals looking to advance their careers, mastering the art of eye contact can significantly enhance their networking abilities and improve workplace dynamics. Strong eye contact skills can lead to better client relations, more successful negotiations, and a more harmonious team environment. In many cases, the ability to use eye contact effectively can set one apart from others in professional settings, signaling confidence, leadership, and credibility. In personal relationships, understanding the cultural nuances of eye contact can also prove invaluable. When interacting with romantic partners or family members, being aware of how different cultures interpret eye contact can help avoid unnecessary conflicts and deepen emotional connections. For example, knowing that a partner from a different cultural background may interpret eye contact differently allows for greater understanding and empathy, strengthening the bond between individuals. For psychology enthusiasts and readers of self-help literature, insights into the role of eye contact in communication offer a wealth of opportunities for personal growth. Research-based knowledge about how eye contact affects human behavior can lead to a deeper understanding of social interactions and improve one's ability to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics. Concepts such as the varying intensity of eye contact in different cultures and the emotional signals conveyed through blinking patterns provide valuable tools for enhancing both professional and personal relationships. Final insights. Understanding the significant role that eye contact plays in conveying emotions and intentions is essential for effective communication. Whether in professional settings or personal relationships, mastering this nonverbal cue allows individuals to build trust, demonstrate empathy, and foster deeper connections with others. Direct eye contact can signal confidence and sincerity, while an averted gaze may indicate discomfort or shyness. Gentle gazes promote openness and comfort, and blinking patterns can reveal levels of stress or engagement. By recognizing the cultural differences in how eye contact is perceived, individuals can avoid misunderstandings and improve their ability to communicate across diverse social and professional environments. Whether interacting with colleagues, clients, partners, or friends, adapting eye contact to the situational and cultural context enhances the quality of communication, making it more genuine and effective. Effective communication is an essential skill in both personal and professional settings. A key component of this communication is understanding the nuances of vocal cues, which can significantly enhance how we interpret emotions and engage with others. This exploration delves into the subtleties of vocal characteristics, such as tone, volume, pitch, and rate of speech, and how they can be harnessed to improve interpersonal relationships. Decoding emotions through vocal cues. grasping the emotional states of others is pivotal for meaningful communication. One of the most significant aspects of vocal interaction is the concept of vocal friendliness. When individuals speak with a warm and inviting tone, it often signals openness and a willingness to engage. This warmth fosters a welcoming atmosphere, encouraging meaningful dialogue. In a workplace scenario, for example, a manager who adopts a friendly tone during meetings cultivates an environment where team members feel valued and empowered to express their ideas without hesitation. In addition to vocal friendliness, vocal tension is another critical indicator of emotional states. A strained or tight voice frequently denotes stress or discomfort. By recognizing this vocal tension, you can respond with empathy and offer support where needed. For instance, if a friend's voice sounds tense while discussing a challenging day, you may recognize their need for reassurance and provide a listening ear, thereby strengthening your emotional connection. Volume and emotional intensity. Volume variations in speech provide further insights into a person's emotional state. Changes in volume can signal shifts in feelings, helping listeners respond appropriately. For example, an increase in volume might indicate excitement or anger, while a decrease may suggest sadness or fear. By paying close attention to these vocal cues, you can navigate conversations more effectively. In a professional setting, if a colleague raises their voice during a discussion, it could signal their passion for the topic or frustration with a particular issue. Recognizing this shift allows you to tailor your responses to either match their enthusiasm or address their concerns. The role of pitch in communication. Pitch also adds a critical layer to understanding emotions conveyed through speech. A higher pitch often reflects excitement or surprise, while a lower pitch typically signifies seriousness or calmness. Understanding these variations enriches your grasp of a person's emotional landscape. For instance, during a job interview, if a candidate's pitch rises as they speak about their achievements, it could indicate genuine enthusiasm for the role. Conversely, a lower pitch when discussing challenges may reflect a serious approach to problem solving. Being adept at interpreting these vocal qualities allows you to engage in more empathetic conversations. For example, if someone's voice carries both a friendly tone and slight tension, it may suggest that they are generally approachable but currently feeling stressed. Similarly, noticing both volume increases and pitch changes can help pinpoint emotional shifts within a conversation, enabling you to respond more thoughtfully. Practical applications of vocal awareness. Imagine a professional scenario where a colleague's pitch rises significantly while discussing an exciting upcoming project. This vocal shift could signal their eagerness to contribute, offering you a chance to engage positively by acknowledging their enthusiasm. You might even consider assigning them tasks aligned with their interests. Conversely, if a friend displays vocal tension and a lower volume while sharing their experiences, it may indicate underlying anxiety. Recognizing this cue allows you to provide comforting words or an empathetic ear. Understanding these vocal dynamics extends beyond individual interactions. It also contributes to community cohesion. Leaders who effectively utilize friendly tones and acknowledge vocal tensions can create environments where people feel understood and valued. This approach fosters stronger, more resilient communities. The impact of vocal qualities on conflict resolution. Moreover, the skill of decoding emotional states through vocal cues proves invaluable in conflict resolution. When disagreements arise, being attuned to the underlying emotions expressed through voice can help de-escalate tensions. For instance, a mediator who detects heightened volume and strained pitch from conflicting parties can directly address these emotional triggers. This approach facilitates a resolution that acknowledges each party's feelings and fosters mutual understanding. In summary, mastering the art of interpreting vocal qualities such as friendliness, tension, volume variations, and pitch is crucial for effective communication. This nuanced understanding enables more empathetic, supportive, and meaningful interactions across various aspects of life. By honing these skills, individuals can navigate personal and professional situations with greater emotional intelligence, fostering deeper connections and more significant engagements. Understanding speech rate and emotional dynamics. In addition to vocal qualities, variations in speech rate, pitch, and volume are essential indicators of emotional states and communication styles. Recognizing these elements can greatly enhance your ability to interpret and respond effectively in social situations. The speed at which someone speaks often reveals much about their emotional state. A rapid speech rate typically indicates nervousness, excitement, or urgency. For example, when a person speaks quickly, it might suggest they are anxious or eager to convey their message. In contrast, a slower speech rate can imply thoughtfulness, sadness, or relaxation. Being aware of these nuances allows you to adjust your own communication style to better align with the speaker's emotional state. For instance, if someone is nervously speaking quickly during a job interview, responding slowly and calmly can help ease their anxiety, promoting a more productive conversation. Pitch variations in emotional expression. Pitch, the highness or lowness of the voice, plays a crucial role in conveying emotions. Sudden changes in pitch can reflect shifts in emotional states. A higher pitch may signify excitement, happiness, or even anxiety, while a lower pitch often suggests seriousness, calmness, or sadness. For example, if someone's pitch rises suddenly while telling a story, it can indicate enthusiasm or highlight an important point, helping listeners gauge the speaker's engagement level. Conversely, a drop in pitch may suggest that the speaker is becoming more subdued or reflective. By paying attention to these changes in pitch, you can better understand the feelings behind the words and respond more appropriately. For instance, if a colleague's pitch varies dramatically during a conversation about a project, it may indicate their passion or concerns regarding the task at hand. Volume as a communicative tool. volume also provides significant clues to a person's emotions. An increase in volume may indicate anger, enthusiasm, or a strong desire to be heard. For example, during a heated discussion, someone who raises their voice might be expressing frustration or passion about the topic. In contrast, a decreased volume could suggest fear, shyness, or uncertainty. A soft-spoken response in a meeting might indicate that the person is unsure or hesitant. Recognizing these cues helps you guide your responses effectively, whether that means acknowledging someone's enthusiasm or gently addressing their concerns to encourage a more open dialogue. Interpreting vocal elements together. The interplay between speech rate, pitch, and volume offers a comprehensive understanding of a speaker's emotional state. Consider a scenario where someone is speaking quickly with frequent pitch variations and occasional volume increases. This combination might indicate heightened emotional states, such as excitement or anxiety. On the other hand, a slow speech rate accompanied by low pitch and soft volume might suggest sadness or contemplation. Understanding these dynamics allows you to read social situations more accurately and adapt your communication strategies accordingly. For example, if you notice a colleague speaking slowly and softly with a lowered pitch, it may suggest they are feeling overwhelmed or reflective. Adjusting your approach to provide reassurance or encouragement could lead to a more supportive interaction. By developing your ability to decode these vocal qualities, you enhance your interpersonal skills and improve your overall communication effectiveness. This understanding fosters stronger connections, deeper empathy, and more meaningful engagements in both personal and professional contexts. Conclusion. In conclusion, the art of effective communication relies heavily on understanding the nuances of vocal cues. By recognizing and interpreting elements such as vocal friendliness, tension, volume, pitch, and speech rate, individuals can navigate social interactions with greater emotional intelligence. These skills are invaluable not only for personal growth, but also for fostering better relationships and community cohesion. As you hone your ability to decode emotions through vocal qualities, you'll find that your communication becomes more empathetic, supportive, and impactful, enriching your interactions across all aspects of life. Understanding how to navigate interpersonal communication can be incredibly beneficial, particularly when it comes to discerning emotions through vocal cues. This ability is not only essential for effective interactions, but also plays a crucial role in enhancing our relationships in various contexts. This exploration highlights the importance of vocal elements, such as tone, pitch, volume, and speech rate, allowing us to interpret emotional states accurately. When it comes to effective communication, recognizing vocal friendliness is vital. A warm, inviting tone often indicates a speaker's openness and approachability. For instance, when someone addresses you with enthusiasm and a friendly tone, it generally suggests they are keen to engage in dialogue. This understanding can help you assess whether a person is amenable to conversation, which is essential for fostering productive interactions. In professional settings, a manager who maintains a friendly vocal tone during meetings can create an inclusive atmosphere, encouraging team members to express their thoughts without hesitation. This approach ultimately promotes collaboration and idea sharing. Conversely, recognizing vocal tension is another critical aspect. A tense or strained voice can signify underlying stress or anxiety. If you notice this vocal quality in someone, it's essential to respond with sensitivity and empathy. For example, in personal relationships, if a loved one's voice displays tension, it might prompt you to check in on their emotional well-being, thereby strengthening your bond. This understanding allows you to provide the necessary support when it matters most. Volume variations in speech also serve as key indicators of emotional intensity. An increase in volume may signal feelings of anger, excitement, or enthusiasm, while a decrease could suggest fear, shyness, or sadness. By paying attention to these cues, you can adapt your responses accordingly, creating a more engaging dialogue. In a workplace scenario, if a colleague raises their voice during a discussion, it might be beneficial to address their concerns directly, acknowledging their heightened emotions to facilitate effective communication. Pitch is another layer that adds depth to understanding vocal qualities. Higher pitches often convey excitement, surprise, or happiness, while lower pitches tend to signal seriousness or calmness. Interpreting these variations allows for a richer understanding of a person's emotional landscape. For instance, during a job interview, if a candidate's pitch rises when discussing their accomplishments, it may reflect genuine enthusiasm for the role. Conversely, a lower pitch when addressing challenges might reveal a thoughtful and serious approach to problem solving. Combining these vocal qualities gives a comprehensive view of a speaker's emotional state. For example, if you recognize a friendly tone accompanied by slight vocal tension, it may indicate that although someone is generally approachable, they are currently experiencing stress. Similarly, by observing both volume fluctuations and pitch changes within the same conversation, you can pinpoint specific emotional shifts, leading to more thoughtful engagement. Mastering these subtle cues significantly improves interpersonal skills across various environments, be it professional, personal, or casual. The application of these skills can yield profound benefits. Imagine being in a professional setting where a colleague's pitch rises as they present a new project. This change may suggest their excitement and eagerness to contribute. Acknowledging this enthusiasm with positive reinforcement can foster a more supportive environment. On the flip side, if a family member discusses a sensitive topic in a slow, soft voice with little variation, it might indicate feelings of sadness or uncertainty. Here, responding with patience and empathy becomes crucial. Acknowledging their feelings can promote deeper emotional connections. These insights underscore the richness of vocal qualities, tone, pitch, volume, and speech rate. Recognizing these elements can significantly enhance interactions across various settings, from professional environments to personal relationships. Identifying a friendly tone can facilitate open conversation, while noting changes in volume and pitch reveals deeper emotional currents. By tuning into these vocal cues, individuals can respond with greater empathy, fostering stronger connections and more effective communication. In the workplace, being attuned to vocal cues can lead to improved collaboration. For example, if you notice a colleague's excitement through their increased speech rate and higher pitch, responding affirmatively can encourage a positive and proactive atmosphere. Similarly, in personal relationships, being aware of stress or sadness in a loved one's voice enables timely support and reassurance, further deepening your emotional bond. The ability to detect deception is another invaluable skill that enhances personal and professional interactions. Accurately identifying dishonesty can lead to more transparent communication, ultimately fostering trust and understanding. Recognizing signs of deceit involves observing subtle behavioral patterns and vocal cues. Understanding these indicators empowers individuals to navigate social dynamics more effectively. Common signs of deception often manifest through inconsistencies in body language and speech. For example, when someone claims confidence but exhibits closed-off gestures, like crossed arms or turned-away feet, it raises red flags. Observing these discrepancies helps question the reliability of the information being conveyed. In contrast, consistent alignment between verbal statements and nonverbal cues often signifies truthfulness, while deceptive individuals may struggle to synchronize their expressions. If you're enjoying this audiobook and finding value in the content, we kindly ask you to take a moment to subscribe to the channel. A large portion of our listeners and viewers haven't subscribed yet, and by doing so, you'll help us grow and continue bringing you more high-quality audiobooks. Your support means a lot to us, and it's just one click away. So, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to stay connected and never miss out on our latest releases. Vocal anomalies are significant indicators of possible dishonesty as well. Changes in a person's vocal patterns, such as an increased pitch due to nervousness, can suggest they are not entirely truthful. Stammering or uneven pacing often accompanies these vocal changes, as the cognitive effort required to fabricate a story can introduce detectable stress into a person's voice. Developing the skill to recognize these vocal anomalies can greatly enhance your ability to detect deception in various contexts. Eye contact is another crucial aspect in discerning honesty. Many believe that liars tend to avoid eye contact to conceal their deceit. While this is often true, it's essential to interpret eye contact carefully. Some deceivers may overcompensate by maintaining prolonged eye contact, which can also signal insincerity. Understanding the normal eye contact patterns of individuals provides a baseline for identifying abnormal behavior in crucial conversations. Facial expressions further enrich the ability to detect deceit. Microexpressions, brief involuntary facial movements, can reveal genuine emotions that a person may attempt to hide. For instance, someone may smile while masking anger or sadness, but fleeting signs of their true feelings can flash across their face. Learning to identify these subtle facial cues provides valuable insights into a person's emotional honesty, allowing for more authentic connections. To sum up, recognizing deception requires keen awareness of inconsistencies between spoken words and physical gestures, as well as vocal anomalies, eye contact patterns, and fleeting facial expressions. As individuals become more adept at identifying these signs, they enhance their ability to assess honesty in various interactions, whether personal, professional, or casual. Considering inconsistent gestures, one must look beyond obvious contradictions. Subtle signs, such as a delay between spoken words and corresponding hand movements, can also indicate deceit. For instance, if a person recounts a supposedly spontaneous event but gestures afterward as if their body is catching up with their story, this delay can serve as a cue for discerning truthfulness. Vocal anomalies also warrant careful listening. Noting any departures from a person's usual speech patterns can provide additional context. Training oneself to recognize these deviations becomes invaluable, especially in high-stakes situations where trust is paramount. Eye contact, while variable across cultures, offers another layer to detecting deception. An understanding of cultural norms regarding eye contact can aid in deciphering honest and dishonest interactions more accurately. By developing a nuanced understanding of vocal qualities and the ability to detect deception, individuals can enhance their interpersonal skills significantly. These insights not only foster deeper connections and meaningful engagements but also improve overall communication dynamics in both professional and personal realms. Mastering these skills can lead to more effective and empathetic interactions, enriching relationships and promoting a greater understanding of one another. The ability to read people's emotions accurately can significantly impact our interactions, both personally and professionally. Understanding the emotional landscape around us helps to forge stronger connections, enhances communication, and builds trust. This nuanced skill set enables individuals to navigate complex social dynamics more smoothly, manage conflicts proactively, and foster positive relationships. Emotional intelligence is often cited as the cornerstone of effective interpersonal communication. It encompasses a range of skills, including self-awareness, empathy, and the capacity to respond to the emotional cues of others. Research suggests that honing these skills can lead to improved personal satisfaction and professional success. Those who are adept at recognizing emotional signals tend to engage in more meaningful conversations, avoid misunderstandings, and cultivate deeper connections. In a professional setting, being able to discern the emotional states of colleagues can greatly influence team dynamics. For instance, if a team member appears withdrawn or anxious during a meeting, recognizing this can prompt an inquiry into their well-being, which may lead to a more supportive work environment. Conversely, understanding when someone is enthusiastic or passionate can help to channel that energy productively. Such emotional insights can be pivotal during critical discussions, negotiations, or collaborative projects. A practical example of this is evident in a team meeting where a colleague presents a new project. By observing the emotional undertones in their voice and body language, one can gauge their level of confidence and commitment. If the colleague speaks rapidly and exhibits animated gestures, it suggests a high level of excitement and belief in their idea. This insight enables the team to build on that enthusiasm, encouraging a positive and proactive atmosphere. On the flip side, if a colleague presents their ideas with a flat tone or lack of eye contact, it may indicate hesitance or uncertainty, warranting a supportive approach to foster their confidence. Understanding the subtleties of emotional expression can also be advantageous in personal relationships. For example, during a sensitive conversation, noticing a loved one's hesitance to engage or their emotional withdrawal can open a dialogue about their feelings. Responding with patience and care can help to establish a trusting environment where they feel safe to express themselves more freely. Simple phrases like "I can sense you're feeling down. Do you want to talk about it?" can pave the way for deeper emotional connections. A key aspect of accurately reading emotions lies in being attuned to nonverbal cues. Body language, facial expressions, and vocal tones can all provide rich information about a person's emotional state. Research has shown that microexpressions, brief, involuntary facial expressions, often reveal emotions that individuals might not consciously display. For example, a fleeting look of frustration or sadness may escape someone's control even when they are trying to appear calm. Developing the ability to identify these microexpressions can transform one's interactions, allowing for more empathetic responses and deeper connections. The journey to mastering emotional perception requires consistent practice and mindful observation. Regularly engaging in exercises that focus on nonverbal communication can enhance one's ability to detect subtle emotional changes. Activities like watching films without sound, concentrating on actors' facial expressions and body language, or participating in role-playing scenarios can sharpen these essential skills. Engaging in such practices not only builds awareness of others' emotions but also enhances one's own emotional literacy. In professional environments, honing the skill of reading emotions can prevent misunderstandings and promote transparency. For instance, in a negotiation scenario, being able to read a counterpart's anxiety or discomfort can help adjust one's approach, fostering a more conducive dialogue. The ability to navigate these emotional cues effectively can facilitate smoother interactions and improve the chances of a successful outcome. Furthermore, establishing a culture of open communication is crucial for fostering emotional awareness within teams. Encouraging colleagues to express their feelings, whether positive or negative, can lead to a healthier work atmosphere. When team members feel that their emotions are acknowledged and valued, they are more likely to engage honestly and openly. This dynamic builds trust and encourages collaboration, ultimately enhancing productivity. In personal relationships, understanding the emotional landscape can create a more supportive environment. For example, when a partner displays signs of distress, being able to recognize and address these emotions can prevent larger conflicts. Asking open-ended questions such as, "How are you feeling about what happened today?" can provide the other person with an opportunity to share their thoughts and feelings in a safe space. This practice not only demonstrates empathy but also fosters a deeper emotional bond. Another critical element of reading emotions is the recognition of cultural differences. Emotional expressions can vary widely across cultures, influencing how feelings are communicated and perceived. Being aware of these differences can enrich one's understanding of others and promote more effective cross-cultural interactions. For instance, some cultures may emphasize indirect communication styles, where emotions are not overtly expressed. Understanding these nuances helps prevent misinterpretations and encourages more meaningful engagement. In summary, the ability to accurately read people's emotions is an invaluable skill that enhances personal and professional interactions. By developing emotional intelligence and honing the ability to observe nonverbal cues, individuals can navigate social landscapes with greater ease. This skill set promotes trust, fosters empathy, and cultivates authentic relationships. Ultimately, the practice of understanding emotions not only enriches one's interactions but also contributes to a more empathetic and connected world. Applying these techniques consistently in everyday life can lead to profound improvements in one's ability to navigate the intricacies of human emotions. Whether in a workplace meeting or a personal conversation, the insights gained from observing emotional cues can transform the quality of interactions, resulting in stronger, more authentic connections. Developing these skills is not about achieving perfection but rather cultivating a heightened awareness that informs one's understanding of the emotional dynamics at play. As individuals become more attuned to the feelings of those around them, they open the door to richer, more meaningful engagements that transcend superficial interactions. In closing, reading emotions accurately is a skill that can be nurtured over time. By embracing this journey, individuals can foster more profound connections, navigate challenges more effectively, and contribute to a more empathetic society. Enhancing emotional intelligence is not merely an academic endeavor. It fundamentally transforms how individuals interact with others and navigate the complexities of life. By fine-tuning one's ability to perceive, interpret, and respond to emotional cues, individuals can significantly enrich their relationships and emotional well-being. This exploration invites readers to delve into various strategies designed to foster emotional awareness, encourage meaningful connections, and lead to more fulfilling interactions. At its essence, emotional intelligence, EI, encompasses the capacity to recognize and understand one's own emotions while also discerning and influencing the emotional states of others. This dual ability is crucial in both personal and professional realms. Emotional intelligence is not static, rather, it is a dynamic skill that evolves through deliberate practice and mindfulness. The journey begins with cultivating self-awareness, an essential first step in the emotional intelligence framework. Self-awareness involves recognizing one's emotions as they arise and understanding their impact on thoughts and behaviors. For instance, if someone feels anxious before an important presentation, acknowledging that anxiety allows for strategies to mitigate it, such as practicing deep breathing or visualizing success. This level of self-awareness lays the groundwork for improved emotional regulation, enabling individuals to manage their responses more effectively. Emotional regulation is another critical component of emotional intelligence. It entails managing emotions in healthy ways rather than allowing them to dictate responses. Consider a scenario where a person receives constructive criticism. Instead of reacting defensively or with anger, a person who has developed self-regulation may take a moment to pause, breathe, and respond thoughtfully. This skill fosters more constructive dialogue, enhancing interpersonal relationships. Motivation, as a facet of emotional intelligence, is about harnessing one's emotions to pursue goals with resilience. It involves perseverance in the face of challenges. For example, a professional might be motivated to tackle a difficult project, driven by the belief that overcoming obstacles will lead to personal and professional growth. This intrinsic motivation is essential for success and fosters a proactive attitude toward problem solving. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence. Empathetic individuals can forge deeper connections by being attuned to the emotional states of those around them. For example, a manager who empathizes with their team's challenges can foster a supportive work environment. This empathetic approach not only enhances team morale but also encourages open communication, ultimately leading to improved performance. Lastly, social skills are vital for navigating relationships effectively. Clear communication, conflict management, and the ability to inspire and influence others are all essential components of emotional intelligence. Individuals with high emotional intelligence can build rapport, resolve conflicts amicably, and motivate teams, making them invaluable assets in any organization. The benefits of cultivating emotional intelligence are profound. Individuals with high EI often enjoy more fulfilling relationships characterized by trust and understanding. This is particularly significant in romantic and familial contexts, where emotional bonds are paramount. Furthermore, high emotional intelligence contributes to better decision-making, as individuals can weigh the emotional implications of their choices more effectively. In the workplace, emotional intelligence correlates strongly with career success. Employers increasingly value employees who demonstrate emotional awareness, manage social complexities adeptly, and can lead and inspire teams. Research indicates that emotional intelligence may be a more accurate predictor of job performance than traditional intelligence measures. This underscores the importance of developing emotional intelligence as a continuous journey. To enhance emotional intelligence, individuals can engage in several actionable strategies. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and breathing exercises, foster a deeper awareness of emotions and thoughts. By cultivating mindfulness, individuals can improve emotional regulation and reduce stress levels. Regular mindfulness practice encourages a non-judgmental observation of thoughts and feelings, allowing for more balanced emotional responses. Seeking feedback from others is another effective strategy for growth. Understanding how one's actions and emotions are perceived can shed light on areas for improvement. Constructive feedback offers invaluable insights, allowing individuals to align their emotional expressions with their intentions. Continuous learning through workshops, reading materials, or online courses focused on emotional intelligence can also provide fresh perspectives and tools. To put these strategies into practice, individuals might start with simple daily check-ins and journaling. Begin each day by reflecting on emotions. Ask questions like, "How am I feeling today?" and "What might be driving these emotions?" Documenting these feelings not only fosters self-awareness but also equips individuals to recognize and understand the emotional expressions of others. Additionally, observational journaling, paying attention to the emotional cues of those around you throughout the day, can enhance one's ability to detect subtle emotional signals, improving interpersonal connections. Role-playing exercises serve as a practical method to enhance emotional intelligence. By engaging in scenarios where one takes on various roles, individuals can practice recognizing and interpreting emotional cues. For instance, one participant might portray a colleague expressing frustration over a missed deadline, while the other practices identifying and responding to those emotional signals. Such exercises cultivate empathy, enabling participants to appreciate different perspectives and the emotional complexities of various situations. Mindful listening is an invaluable skill that enhances emotional intelligence. Active, empathetic listening involves fully concentrating on the speaker without immediately preparing a response. It requires patience and a genuine interest in understanding the speaker's emotions. During conversations, one might focus on the speaker's words, vocal tones, and body language, reflecting back what has been heard to ensure mutual understanding. Phrases like, "It seems like you're feeling," validate the other person's emotions and strengthen the connection, sharpening one's ability to discern emotional subtleties. Effective emotional regulation begins with identifying personal triggers, situations, or behaviors that elicit strong emotional reactions. Recognizing these triggers allows individuals to implement proactive strategies for managing responses. Techniques such as deep breathing or cognitive reframing can help individuals view challenging situations from a balanced perspective. Practicing self-empathy, treating oneself with kindness and understanding, also enhances emotional resilience and reduces stress. Building a supportive network of friends, family, or colleagues provides a reliable source of emotional support and feedback. Regularly incorporating these practices into one's routine will significantly enhance the ability to read and respond to emotional cues accurately. The goal is to develop a sophisticated understanding of emotions, enabling more meaningful and effective interactions across all areas of life. Implementing these exercises requires consistency and dedication. Begin with small steps, gradually integrating each practice into daily routines. Start with a daily emotional check-in, moving toward journaling and role-playing exercises. Over time, these practices will enhance emotional awareness and responsiveness, leading to improved communication and deeper relationships. Ultimately, the journey toward enhanced emotional intelligence is an ongoing process that requires commitment and mindfulness. By investing time and effort in understanding one's own emotions and those of others, individuals can cultivate deeper connections, foster empathy, and navigate life's complexities with greater ease. In conclusion, emotional intelligence serves as a vital skill set that enhances personal and professional relationships. Through self-awareness, emotional regulation, empathy, and social skills, individuals can build stronger connections, improve decision-making, and foster environments of trust and collaboration. As readers integrate these techniques into their daily lives, they will be better equipped to understand and respond to emotional cues, ultimately leading to richer, more fulfilling interactions. Emotional intelligence, EI, serves as a pivotal foundation for both personal fulfillment and professional success. It involves not only the capacity to manage one's emotions but also the ability to understand and influence the feelings of others. This exploration emphasizes the importance of nurturing self-awareness, empathy, and effective communication to foster deeper connections and improve interpersonal interactions. A vital starting point for enhancing emotional intelligence is through emotional check-ins and journaling. Establishing a routine of daily self-reflection allows individuals to recognize their emotional states and triggers. By asking oneself reflective questions such as, "How am I feeling today?" or "What has influenced my emotions?" individuals can better articulate their feelings and understand the underlying causes. Documenting these reflections in a journal provides a reference point for tracking emotional patterns over time, leading to a clearer understanding of one's emotional landscape. Once a foundation of self-awareness has been established, it becomes beneficial to incorporate role-playing exercises and mindful listening practices. These activities deepen one's understanding of the emotional experiences of others and encourage a more nuanced approach to communication. For example, engaging in role-playing scenarios where individuals take on different perspectives can foster empathy and help clarify how various emotions manifest in real-life situations. This practice cultivates a sense of understanding that transcends mere acknowledgement of emotions, allowing for more empathetic interactions. Mindful listening is another essential technique in developing emotional intelligence. This involves fully concentrating on the speaker, resisting the urge to interrupt, and providing thoughtful feedback. By actively engaging in conversations through maintaining eye contact and nodding to indicate understanding, individuals demonstrate their commitment to truly hearing and valuing what others have to say. Reflective responses, such as restating key points to confirm understanding, solidify the connection between the speaker and listener, reinforcing trust and rapport. As one continues to build emotional intelligence, it is crucial to cultivate a rich emotional vocabulary. Rather than using vague descriptors for feelings, like saying, "I am upset," employing specific terms such as "I feel frustrated" or "I feel disappointed" leads to clearer communication. This specificity not only enhances personal self-expression but also facilitates better emotional exchanges, enabling others to respond more appropriately to one's feelings. Practicing emotional intelligence also entails developing emotional regulation skills. This aspect focuses on managing intense feelings effectively. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and taking short breaks during stressful moments can help individuals maintain composure. Leaders who exhibit emotional regulation serve as role models, promoting a calm atmosphere and providing support to their teams even under pressure. By demonstrating composure, these leaders create environments where others feel safe to express their emotions. Constructive feedback is crucial for growth in emotional intelligence. Seeking input from peers and mentors regarding emotional interactions can highlight areas needing improvement while reinforcing existing strengths. Engaging in regular self-assessment and soliciting external feedback ensures continuous development of emotional intelligence, contributing to overall personal and professional effectiveness. Empathy plays an integral role in the workplace, enhancing team dynamics and fostering leadership effectiveness. Empathetic leaders who acknowledge their team members' emotions create a supportive and inclusive culture. For example, when an employee is grappling with work-life balance challenges, a leader who offers flexible solutions not only demonstrates empathy but also builds loyalty within the team. This type of understanding fosters a collaborative environment where team members feel valued, leading to improved morale and productivity. Furthermore, empathy is essential in conflict resolution within teams. Leaders who take the time to understand the emotional experiences of all parties involved can mediate disputes more effectively. By addressing underlying emotional issues and showing genuine understanding, they help identify common ground and facilitate constructive resolutions. This ability to navigate conflicts with empathy enhances overall team cohesion and strengthens interpersonal relationships. In professional environments, empathy also fosters innovation and collaboration. When team members feel understood and valued, they are more inclined to share ideas and take creative risks. This open communication fosters a dynamic atmosphere that encourages brainstorming and problem-solving, ultimately leading to higher productivity. A notable example is Google's Project Aristotle, which discovered that psychological safety, cultivated through empathetic interactions, was a crucial factor in the success of high-performing teams. When giving feedback, it is vital to adopt a supportive and solution-oriented approach. Constructive feedback focused on improvement rather than criticism strengthens relationships. Phrasing such as, "I understand why you might feel this way," let's explore some solutions together, fosters a positive dialogue and mutual respect. This approach not only encourages open communication but also solidifies trust among colleagues. In addition to developing empathy, emotional intelligence involves regulating one's emotions effectively. Leaders who can manage their own emotional responses set an example for their teams, demonstrating how to navigate challenging situations with composure. Emotional regulation techniques, such as mindful breathing and short breaks, can help maintain clarity and focus in stressful moments. Understanding that empathy extends beyond colleagues to clients and customers is crucial for business success. Companies that prioritize empathy in customer service build strong, loyal customer bases. By actively listening to customer concerns and responding with genuine understanding, organizations can foster lasting relationships that enhance overall satisfaction. Moreover, empathy contributes to diversity and inclusion initiatives within organizations. Recognizing and valuing diverse perspectives and experiences promotes a more inclusive workplace culture. Empathetic leaders who advocate for diversity create environments where all employees feel valued and included, ultimately fostering innovation and collaboration across teams. Implementing these emotional intelligence strategies requires dedication and practice. Start by integrating emotional check-ins and journaling into your daily routine to enhance self-awareness. Once you feel comfortable, incorporate role-playing exercises and mindful listening techniques to deepen your understanding of others' emotional landscapes. Each of these practices contributes to building a comprehensive toolkit for enhancing emotional intelligence. In summary, emotional intelligence is a vital skill that can significantly enhance interpersonal relationships, both personally and professionally. By cultivating self-awareness, emotional regulation, and empathy, individuals can navigate various interactions with greater ease and effectiveness. This leads not only to improved communication and conflict resolution but also to enhanced decision-making and career success. As you embark on this journey of emotional intelligence development, remember that each small step taken toward understanding your own emotions and those of others will lead to deeper connections and more meaningful interactions. Embrace the opportunity to grow as an emotionally aware individual, knowing that the rewards of empathy and understanding extend far beyond the self. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you create an environment where emotional intelligence thrives. This commitment to understanding emotions, both yours and those of others, will significantly enrich your relationships and contribute to your personal and professional growth. Cultivating an environment ripe for innovation and productivity hinges on effective interpersonal skills. Understanding and implementing techniques like mirroring and active listening can drastically transform the quality of our connections. By carefully reflecting the behaviors, speech patterns, and emotional states of those we interact with, we can establish rapport and create an atmosphere of trust. This exploration delves into the nuances of these techniques and offers practical advice for enhancing communication. Mirroring is a technique that involves observing and subtly imitating another person's body language, gestures, tone, and speech patterns. This approach serves as a nonverbal way of expressing empathy and understanding. When individuals perceive elements of their own behavior reflected back at them, a subconscious bond forms, fostering comfort and connection. Importantly, mirroring isn't simply about mimicry, rather, it's about creating a shared experience that enhances the interaction's smoothness and meaningfulness. To employ effective mirroring, subtlety and timing are essential. Overly exaggerated or forced mirroring can come off as disingenuous or mocking. To ensure successful application, consider these strategies. Observe before acting. Spend the initial moments of an interaction quietly observing the other person's body posture, gestures, and facial expressions. For example, if a colleague crosses their legs or leans back in their chair, wait a few seconds before subtly mirroring those positions. This careful observation helps you understand their comfort level and communication style. Synchronized gestures. Gestures often convey emotions and thoughts. Pay attention to how the other person uses their hands or their body language. If they lean to one side while speaking or gesture expansively, mirror these movements discreetly. This alignment shows that you are attuned to their style of communication. Adjust facial expressions. Facial expressions are rich sources of information about a person's emotional state. Note if their brow is furrowed or if they appear tense. If they smile, allow yourself to match that expression after a brief pause. Synchronizing facial expressions, such as smiles or frowns, helps bridge emotional gaps, leading to a deeper connection. Match breathing and energy levels. This can be a challenging yet powerful technique. Observe the rhythm of their breathing while maintaining eye contact. Aligning your energy level with theirs fosters a harmonious interaction. This gentle synchronization helps both parties feel at ease. Successful mirroring involves subtle adjustments rather than blatant imitation. The goal is to cultivate an atmosphere of comfort and understanding without drawing attention to the fact that mirroring is occurring. In addition to nonverbal cues, verbal communication plays a crucial role in establishing rapport. Aligning your tone, pace, and speech patterns with the other person is essential for demonstrating active listening and valuing their input. Here are some key elements to consider. Tone and inflection. People respond positively when they perceive that their communication style is acknowledged. Matching the tone and inflection of the other person, whether serious, upbeat, or relaxed, helps create a sense of empathy. Subtle changes in vocal pitch, volume, and rate of speech can convey that you are on the same wavelength. Speech pace. It's vital to adapt your speech rate to match the speed of your conversation partner. Speaking too quickly or slowly can create a disconnect. Aim for a balanced pace that reflects their conversational rhythm. Using similar words and phrases. Mirroring language patterns means picking up on specific words or phrases that the other person frequently uses and incorporating them into your responses. For instance, if someone often says, "I see what you mean," you might respond with, "Yes, I see where you're coming from." This method reinforces the idea that you understand and relate to their perspective. Avoid overuse of jargon. While using industry-specific terms can showcase expertise, excessive jargon may alienate the other person. Strive for a balanced approach, integrating accessible language while still conveying professional knowledge. Active listening goes beyond merely hearing words. It involves fully engaging with the speaker, showing genuine interest, and providing thoughtful responses. Here are some effective techniques to enhance your active listening skills. Maintain eye contact. Consistent eye contact indicates that you are focused and invested in what the other person is saying. It helps build trust and conveys respect. However, be mindful not to stare. Instead, aim for a comfortable level of eye contact throughout the conversation. Provide verbal acknowledgement. Use short interjections like "I see," "aha," or "that makes sense" to indicate that you are following the conversation. These verbal cues show that you are processing the information and value the speaker's contributions. Reflect and paraphrase. Reflecting back what the speaker has communicated in your own words demonstrates understanding. For example, if a client discusses a challenge, you might say, "So, what you're telling me is that you're looking for a more streamlined process." This technique validates their experiences and provides clarity. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage further elaboration by asking open-ended questions rather than those that can be answered with a simple yes or no. Frame your inquiries to invite detailed responses. For instance, "Can you tell me more about your experience with this issue?" fosters deeper dialogue. Pay attention to nonverbal signals. Body language often reveals emotions that words may not express. Notice shifts in posture, facial expressions, and any signs of discomfort. Respond to these signals with empathy and address any concerns that may arise. Summarize and clarify. Periodically summarizing the main points of the discussion ensures mutual understanding. This practice also provides an opportunity to clarify any misunderstandings and reinforce essential points. As we delve into these techniques, we uncover various strategies to establish strong connections in both personal and professional relationships. By emphasizing the importance of empathy, mirroring, and effective listening, we can create interactions that foster trust and understanding. Empathy allows us to connect authentically with others by recognizing their emotions and responding thoughtfully. Mirroring and matching techniques build rapport through subtle nonverbal cues, while active listening ensures that we remain engaged and present in our conversations. These methods not only enhance relationships but also contribute to a supportive and collaborative environment. Understanding and applying these techniques can significantly improve interpersonal skills and overall communication. By practicing empathetic listening and refining our emotional intelligence, we become more attuned to the needs and feelings of others. This leads to deeper, more fulfilling connections, whether in the workplace or in personal settings. Invaluable for building lasting relationships based on mutual respect and empathy, these skills allow us to forge stronger bonds. As we continue to develop and apply these principles, we pave the way for more resilient connections that enrich our lives and those of those around us. The value of these skills cannot be overstated. They foster an environment conducive to collaboration and innovation, where everyone feels understood and valued. Moreover, they create spaces where individuals can freely express their ideas and emotions, leading to enhanced productivity and creativity. As we hone our ability to listen actively and respond empathetically, we nurture a culture that celebrates communication and connection. In conclusion, the journey of enhancing interpersonal skills is one of continuous growth. By embracing mirroring, active listening, and empathy, we set ourselves on a path toward building stronger relationships. These techniques, when practiced with intention and care, transform our interactions and, ultimately, our lives. Enhancing your capacity to connect with others hinges on your ability to perceive subtle nonverbal cues. By honing advanced observation techniques, you can significantly improve your understanding of unspoken emotions and intentions. This exploration will focus on the critical aspects of posture, gestures, facial expressions, and the implications of physical distance, providing a comprehensive perspective on how these elements reveal deeper emotional states. Understanding posture. Posture serves as a powerful indicator of an individual's mental and emotional state. For example, an upright, open posture typically conveys confidence and comfort. When someone stands tall, with shoulders back and head held high, they project a readiness to engage and an air of self-assurance. In contrast, a slouched posture may signal discomfort or lack of confidence, implying that the individual is either not fully invested in the interaction or feels intimidated. In social contexts, observing whether a person leans in or pulls away during a conversation can provide valuable insights. Leaning in generally signifies interest and engagement, while leaning back often indicates a desire to distance oneself from the dialogue. Additionally, crossing one's arms is commonly interpreted as defensiveness or a protective stance. Understanding these subtle cues allows for better communication by enabling you to adapt your approach according to the other person's emotional state. Gesture interpretation. Gestures are another pivotal aspect of nonverbal communication that can reveal much about a person's feelings and intentions. Hand movements, for instance, offer significant insights. Open hand gestures typically signify honesty and willingness to engage, suggesting transparency in communication. Conversely, fidgeting or frequently touching one's face may indicate anxiety or nervousness. Cultural context plays a crucial role in interpreting gestures. While a thumbs up may universally denote approval in many cultures, it can be offensive in others. Therefore, being aware of these cultural nuances is essential to avoid misinterpretations, especially in multicultural environments. By learning to accurately interpret key gestures, you can better gauge others' openness to interaction, facilitating more meaningful exchanges. Facial expressions. Facial expressions are arguably the most revealing form of nonverbal communication, often laying bare true emotions that words may obscure. Microexpressions, which are fleeting expressions that last only a fraction of a second, can contradict what a person verbally expresses. For instance, someone might verbally agree during a meeting while simultaneously displaying a fleeting frown or an eye roll, signaling underlying disagreement or dissatisfaction. Being attuned to these subtle facial cues enhances your ability to address unspoken concerns, promoting greater honesty and transparency in communication. Moreover, consistently observing facial expressions, such as smiles or raised eyebrows, fosters empathy and trust, as it demonstrates attentiveness to the emotional states of others. Physical distance. The concept of personal space is vital for understanding relational dynamics. The proximity between individuals can indicate their comfort levels and the nature of their relationship. In professional settings, maintaining an appropriate distance reflects respect and professionalism. Conversely, standing too far away might be interpreted as disinterest, while standing too close could come across as intrusive. In personal relationships, proximity often denotes intimacy and comfort. Close physical distance between friends or loved ones usually signals a strong bond and mutual affection. On the other hand, increased distance can suggest discomfort or relational strain. By being mindful of these spatial cues, you can navigate interactions more effectively, adjusting your communication style to foster better rapport and connection. Guidelines for effective observation. To enhance your observational skills, begin by focusing on specific body alignments and movements. Stay aware of changes in stance, whether someone frequently shifts their weight or stands firm, and consider the broader context, such as the setting and the activity involved. For instance, an individual standing rigidly at a social gathering may feel out of place or anxious. When interpreting gestures, concentrate on consistent patterns rather than isolated actions. Pay attention to repetitive motions, such as tapping fingers, which may indicate impatience, or open palm gestures that suggest honesty and openness. Also, be sensitive to cultural differences in gestures to prevent misunderstandings. In terms of facial expressions, practice recognizing microexpressions through regular observation and training. Utilize tools like video recordings to review interactions, helping you identify fleeting emotional cues that may have gone unnoticed in real time. Always consider the context in which expressions occur, as surrounding circumstances can significantly influence facial reactions. Regarding physical distance, respect personal boundaries by allowing individuals to dictate acceptable space. Observe how people respond when you adjust your proximity. Moving slightly closer or farther away can help you gauge comfort levels. In professional contexts, maintain a socially acceptable distance to convey professionalism and respect. Contextual analysis of behavior. Understanding the significance of context in interpreting behaviors is essential for anyone aiming to accurately assess social interactions. Contextual factors, such as environmental influences, play a significant role in shaping our perceptions of others' actions. For instance, observing someone in a workplace setting differs vastly from watching them at a social gathering. In professional environments, individuals may be more reserved and focused on tasks, adhering to formal communication patterns and norms. In contrast, social gatherings usually offer a more relaxed atmosphere, allowing individuals to express themselves more freely and engage in informal conversations. Recognizing these environmental influences allows you to adjust your expectations and interpretations accordingly, leading to more accurate assessments of behavior. Additionally, understanding role dynamics within any environment can provide insights into power dynamics and resistance expressed through body language and verbal communication. In corporate settings, awareness of authority hierarchies can help identify subtle signals of compliance or defiance. For instance, a subordinate might avoid direct eye contact or maintain a closed posture when interacting with a superior. Conversely, a person in a position of power may exhibit open postures and take up more space, often interrupting others. Recognizing these dynamics can facilitate smoother interactions by aligning your approach with the observed power structure. Temporal factors. Temporal situations add another layer of complexity to understanding behaviors. The timing of an interaction, as well as previous encounters, can shape current behaviors and attitudes. For example, meeting a colleague immediately after they've completed a stressful project may yield a different interaction than encountering them during a downtime. Similarly, cumulative experiences from past interactions create a baseline that influences future engagements. If someone has previously felt unheard or dismissed in conversations with a particular individual, they may approach future discussions with caution or resignation. Being mindful of these temporal factors enhances your readiness for discussions or negotiations, ultimately improving communicative effectiveness. Cultural and social norms. Cultural and social norms are pivotal in the context of behavioral interpretation. Understanding that cultural backgrounds inform how people express emotions, communicate, and what they consider appropriate in different scenarios is crucial. For example, in some cultures, prolonged eye contact signifies sincerity and engagement, while in others, it may be perceived as confrontational. Social norms surrounding touch, personal space, and gestures also vary widely across cultures. By recognizing these cultural differences, you expand your capacity to interpret behaviors accurately, which can help prevent misunderstandings and facilitate smoother interactions. This awareness fosters more profound connections and enriches interpersonal relationships, making your interactions more meaningful and effective. In conclusion, enhancing your ability to connect with others involves keen observation of nonverbal cues and contextual behavior. By mastering posture analysis, gesture interpretation, facial expression recognition, and understanding physical distance, you equip yourself with valuable skills for navigating social interactions. These advanced observation techniques not only improve your interpersonal communication but also foster deeper connections, ultimately enriching your personal and professional relationships. To cultivate meaningful connections in social settings, a deep understanding of the intricate layers of human interaction is vital. This involves keen observation and the ability to interpret nonverbal signals, which can greatly enhance communication. By honing your skills in recognizing subtle cues, you can uncover the unspoken emotions and intentions that often lie beneath the surface. This discourse explores the multifaceted aspects of nonverbal communication, emphasizing the importance of context, role dynamics, and cultural nuances in shaping social interactions. Understanding nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is a powerful tool in conveying feelings and intentions. This realm encompasses various elements, including posture, gestures, facial expressions, and physical distance. Each of these components offers a unique lens through which to observe and interpret the dynamics of human interaction. Posture is a window to emotion. Posture reveals much about an individual's emotional state. An upright, open posture typically signifies confidence and comfort. When someone stands tall, shoulders back, and head held high, it projects readiness and self-assuredness, inviting engagement. Conversely, a slouched posture may indicate discomfort, insecurity, or lack of interest in the interaction. Observing whether a person leans in or pulls away during a conversation provides critical insights. Leaning in generally signifies interest, while leaning away suggests a desire to retreat. Notably, crossed arms often denote defensiveness or a need for self-protection. By interpreting these signals, one can adjust their approach to foster effective communication that resonates with the other person's emotional state. The significance of gestures. Gestures serve as another vital aspect of nonverbal communication. Hand movements can convey significant insights into a person's feelings and intentions. For example, open hand gestures typically signify honesty and openness, while fidgeting or repetitive face touching may indicate anxiety or nervousness. Additionally, cultural differences can influence the interpretation of gestures. A thumbs up may be seen as positive in some cultures but offensive in others. Understanding these nuances is essential for preventing misinterpretations, particularly in multicultural settings. By accurately interpreting gestures, individuals can better gauge others' openness to interaction, paving the way for meaningful exchanges. Facial expressions, the heart of nonverbal cues. Facial expressions often provide the most telling insights into a person's emotional state. Microexpressions, fleeting and sometimes contradictory, can reveal genuine feelings hidden behind spoken words. For instance, someone may verbally agree during a meeting yet display a brief frown or eye roll, signaling underlying disagreement or dissatisfaction. Being attuned to these expressions enables individuals to address unspoken concerns, promoting honesty and transparency in communication. Moreover, consistent observation of facial cues, such as a smile or raised eyebrows, fosters empathy and trust, showcasing attentiveness to others' emotional states. Physical distance and personal space. Personal space plays a crucial role in understanding relational dynamics. The distance between individuals can indicate comfort levels and the nature of their relationships. In professional settings, maintaining an appropriate distance reflects respect and professionalism. Conversely, standing too far away may signal disinterest, while getting too close could feel invasive. In personal relationships, proximity often signifies intimacy and comfort. Close physical distance among friends indicates a strong bond, while increased distance may suggest discomfort or relational strain. Being aware of these spatial cues allows individuals to navigate interactions effectively, adapting their communication strategy to foster better rapport. Practical guidelines for observation. Developing sharp observational skills requires practice and reflection. Daily observation exercises can significantly enhance one's ability to notice contextual elements that impact behavior. Spend 10 to 15 minutes in public places, such as parks, cafes, or office settings, simply observing interactions without intervening. Note how individuals behave when they are alone versus in groups. Pay attention to environmental factors. Are people more relaxed in outdoor settings than in indoor meetings? Do they adjust their volume based on the formality of the environment? Regularly practicing such exercises sharpens observational skills and ingrains the habit of considering context. Reflection is also essential following these observation sessions. After each exercise, take time to ponder your observations. What did you notice about the environmental factors, role dynamics, or cultural norms in play? How did these elements shape the behaviors you witnessed? Documenting your reflections will help you track patterns and refine your analytical abilities over time. Role-playing scenarios serve as another excellent method for practicing and internalizing understandings of context-driven behavior. Engage in simulated interactions where you and a partner alternate between different roles and settings. For example, enact a workplace conflict emphasizing hierarchical tensions and power dynamics, then simulate a casual social gathering focusing on relaxed communication cues. These exercises provide first-hand experience in navigating various contexts, aiding in quick and accurate interpretation during real-life situations. Mindfulness techniques can further enhance observational skills. Practices like deep breathing and focused attention help cultivate a heightened sense of awareness, enabling you to pick up on subtle contextual cues that might otherwise go unnoticed. Mindfulness trains you to remain present in the moment, reducing distractions and fostering improved observation. Start with short mindfulness meditation sessions, gradually increasing the duration as you become more comfortable. Integrate these techniques into your daily routine to maintain consistent attentiveness. The role of context in social interactions. Understanding the importance of context in interpreting behaviors is crucial for accurately assessing social interactions. Contextual factors significantly shape our perceptions of others' actions. For instance, consider how a workplace environment differs from a social gathering. In a professional setting, individuals may adopt a more reserved demeanor, adhering to structured communication patterns and professional norms. Conversely, social gatherings allow for freer expression and informal interactions. Recognizing these environmental influences helps us adjust our expectations and interpretations, leading to more accurate assessments. Role dynamics also contribute to behavioral interpretation. Understanding the hierarchy within a given environment provides insights into power dynamics expressed through body language and verbal communication. In corporate settings, being aware of authority structures can help identify subtle signals of compliance or defiance. A subordinate might exhibit signs of discomfort by avoiding eye contact or maintaining a closed posture with their superior, while a person in power may display more open body language. Recognizing these dynamics facilitates smoother interactions and allows individuals to align their approaches with observed power structures. Temporal situations add another layer of complexity to understanding behaviors. The timing of interactions, along with past experiences, shapes current behaviors and attitudes. For example, meeting a colleague immediately after a stressful project may lead to a different interaction compared to a casual encounter during downtime. Similarly, cumulative experiences influence future engagements. If someone has previously felt unheard in conversations, they may approach future discussions with guardedness. Being mindful of these temporal factors enhances communicative effectiveness and fosters better readiness for discussion or negotiation. Cultural and social norms also play a pivotal role in behavioral interpretation. Cultural backgrounds inform how people express emotions, communicate, and what they consider appropriate in various situations. For instance, prolonged eye contact may be seen as a sign of sincerity in some cultures, while in others, it can be perceived as confrontational. Understanding these cultural differences broadens our ability to interpret behaviors accurately, preventing potential misunderstandings. Conclusion. In conclusion, developing empathetic engagement through the understanding of diverse communication styles and contexts enhances social interactions. By incorporating awareness of environmental factors, role dynamics, temporal situations, and cultural norms, individuals can gain a nuanced understanding of human behavior. Practical guidelines, such as daily observation exercises, reflection, role-playing, and mindfulness techniques, serve to sharpen observational skills and deepen connections. As you navigate the complexities of social dynamics, the ability to remain attentive to the subtleties of human behavior will lead to more meaningful and rewarding relationships. Ultimately, fostering empathy and building stronger connections requires a commitment to understanding and adapting to the intricate tapestry of social interactions. Navigating the nuances of social interactions is an art that demands both awareness and adaptability. When we talk about social dynamics, we're diving into the intricate web of relationships and behaviors that shape our interactions with others. A key aspect of mastering these dynamics lies in identifying influential individuals within various settings and understanding how they impact the group's behavior. In a corporate environment, for instance, it's essential to recognize who commands respect or whose opinions carry significant weight. By aligning yourself with these key influencers, you can enhance your standing and facilitate smoother interactions. In personal settings, being aware of who holds sway among your peers can make conversations more fluid and enjoyable. Tailoring your communication style to fit different contexts requires a blend of self-awareness and flexibility. One effective approach is to practice active listening, which not only demonstrates respect for others' perspectives but also fosters a positive atmosphere. Providing constructive feedback that resonates with an individual's preferences further solidifies your credibility and strengthens your relationships. Emotional awareness is a powerful tool for connecting with others on a deeper level. This involves being mindful of your emotions as well as those of the people around you. Regular reflection on your emotional responses in various situations, coupled with feedback from trusted colleagues or friends, can sharpen this awareness. Employing techniques like empathy mapping or scenario analysis allows you to better anticipate and respond to emotional cues, enabling you to navigate conversations more effectively. It's crucial to remember that these skills are not innate. They can be cultivated over time with practice and reflection. Engaging in activities that challenge you, such as public speaking, networking events, or team projects, provides invaluable opportunities to refine your behavior and communication styles in diverse settings. Mastering the art of influence and persuasion is vital for those looking to navigate complex social dynamics effectively. Through keen observation and active interaction, you can uncover the driving forces behind others' decisions and behaviors. This involves building trust rapidly and leveraging storytelling for emotional engagement while handling objections with grace, ensuring a positive atmosphere throughout. Understanding the motivations behind people's actions is foundational in mastering influence. Emotional triggers significantly shape decisions and behaviors. Recognizing these triggers requires attentiveness to nonverbal cues, such as body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. For example, an individual seeking validation may be motivated by a deep-seated need for approval, while someone exhibiting defensive behavior may harbor underlying fears or insecurities. By identifying these emotional triggers, you can tailor your approach to align with their intrinsic motivations, thereby enhancing the impact of your interactions. Establishing rapport quickly is another critical element in influencing others. Trust is the cornerstone of any meaningful connection, whether in professional or personal settings. techniques for finding common ground are invaluable in this regard. Shared experiences, interests, or goals foster a sense of familiarity and ease, creating an environment conducive to open communication. Maintaining authenticity throughout these interactions is equally important, as people are adept at detecting insincerity. Demonstrating genuine interest and being transparent in your intentions can significantly enhance your credibility and strengthen your connections. Storytelling is a powerful tool for evoking emotions and fostering persuasion. Narratives resonate on a deeper level than mere facts, making them more memorable and influential. A notable example is Procter & Gamble's advertising campaign during the Olympics, where they shared heartfelt stories of athletes and their mothers. These stories not only highlighted the brand's products but also struck an emotional chord with the audience, creating a lasting connection. By employing storytelling in your own interactions, you can weave narratives that align with your audience's values and aspirations, thereby making your message more compelling. Navigating objections and pushbacks gracefully is crucial for maintaining a positive environment during interactions. Resistance is a natural part of any persuasive effort, and responding to it with empathy and composure can transform potential conflicts into opportunities for deeper understanding. Techniques such as reflective listening, where you acknowledge the other person's concerns and validate their feelings before presenting your perspective, help diffuse tension and demonstrate respect, paving the way for constructive dialogue. To further illustrate the application of these principles, consider a case study from the business world. Imagine a young professional preparing to pitch a new project idea to their team. First, they identify the emotional triggers of the stakeholders. Some may be driven by a desire for innovation, while others prioritize risk management. Tailoring the pitch to address these motivations increases its relevance and appeal. Trust can be established quickly by highlighting past successes and aligning the project's goals with the team's overarching objectives. Utilizing storytelling, the professional can narrate a vision of the project's impact, drawing parallels to successful ventures the team admires. When faced with objections, they listen attentively, acknowledge valid points, and offer reasoned responses, ensuring that all voices feel heard and respected. In romantic and familial relationships, these skills are equally beneficial. Understanding what drives your partner's behavior, be it a desire for security, affection, or recognition, enables you to respond more thoughtfully. Building rapport through shared activities and open communication strengthens emotional bonds, while authenticity ensures that your connections remain genuine. Storytelling can enrich relationships by allowing individuals to share their journeys, dreams, and challenges, thereby creating a shared narrative that fosters unity. Handling disagreements with empathy and patience prevents escalation and promotes mutual understanding. For psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers, integrating research-based insights with actionable techniques enhances comprehension of human behavior. Studies show that emotional intelligence, which includes recognizing and managing one's own emotions as well as those of others, plays a critical role in persuasive interactions. Training yourself to be more observant, empathetic, and communicative leads to more effective influence and stronger interpersonal relationships. Balancing analysis and empathy is vital when crafting a well-rounded approach to influence. While understanding data and logical reasoning are important, they must be complemented by emotional awareness and sensitivity. Analyzing patterns in behavior and leveraging psychological principles provides a robust framework for influence, while empathy ensures that your methods remain ethical and considerate. Practicing reflective listening in everyday interactions can strengthen your ability to connect with others and influence positively. For instance, during a team meeting, actively listening to colleagues' contributions and reflecting back what you've heard improves comprehension and demonstrates your commitment to collaborative problem solving. In personal relationships, reflective listening deepens emotional intimacy by showing genuine care for your partner's perspectives and feelings. Ultimately, navigating complex social environments involves understanding and adapting to various settings, whether they are professional, personal, or casual. By emphasizing the importance of analyzing relationships and hierarchies within groups, this exploration underscores how individuals can align their behavior and communication with the expectations of different contexts. Observing verbal and nonverbal cues and leveraging emotional intelligence enables effective engagement with diverse audiences. Practical guidelines such as initial observation before engagement and recognizing key influencers facilitate smoother interactions and enhance group acceptance. Emotional awareness and self-reflection are fundamental in developing these skills over time. Engaging in activities outside your comfort zone refines communication styles and interpersonal behaviors, while techniques like active listening and providing constructive feedback foster stronger connections. By honing these skills, you pave the way for more meaningful relationships, enriching both your personal and professional life. Understanding the intricacies of human interactions is a valuable skill, and honing this ability can lead to more profound connections and heightened trust in both personal and professional relationships. Techniques like empathy mapping and scenario analysis serve as essential tools in predicting and responding to emotional cues, paving the way for deeper connections. As we explore the various methods for interpreting human behavior, it becomes clear that these skills function like tools in a toolbox, each enhancing your capacity to relate more meaningfully to those around you. From understanding body language to recognizing facial expressions and interpreting vocal tones, these techniques are vital for nurturing better relationships in all aspects of life. Consider the immense power of body language. Our movements, gestures, and postures convey messages that words alone cannot express. By honing your sensitivity to these subtle cues, you gain insight into another person's feelings or intentions, often before they even vocalize them. This awareness can be a game changer in the workplace, enabling you to adjust your approach based on your colleagues' or clients' reactions. Deciphering facial expressions is another essential skill. The face serves as a canvas, vividly displaying a range of emotions, from fleeting smiles to frowns and scowls. Understanding these expressions empowers you to respond with empathy in your personal life, allowing you to address the needs of loved ones more effectively. Recognizing joy, sadness, or frustration on a partner's face enhances emotional connectivity and builds stronger bonds rooted in trust and understanding. In addition to body language and facial expressions, vocal tone significantly influences communication. The same words can evoke entirely different meanings depending on how they are delivered. Mastering the interpretation of vocal nuances not only strengthens your communication skills but is also invaluable in professional settings, where clarity and confidence are critical for successful negotiations and collaborations. In personal interactions, understanding the emotions behind the words spoken by friends or family nurtures deeper emotional connections. At the core of these techniques lies emotional intelligence, which is foundational for effective communication and relationship building. Developing emotional intelligence begins with self-awareness, recognizing and managing your own emotions while being attuned to the feelings of those around you. This dual awareness allows you to navigate social landscapes with greater ease and understanding. Self-reflection is essential for gaining control over your emotional responses. By regularly assessing your triggers, you can handle challenging situations more calmly and rationally. This heightened self-awareness enhances your sensitivity to the emotions of others, improving interpersonal skills across various contexts. In the workplace, this translates to better teamwork, more effective leadership, and smoother conflict resolution. In personal relationships, emotional intelligence fosters patience, empathy, and mutual respect. However, developing the ability to read and connect with people takes practice. It's not sufficient to merely understand the techniques. You must apply them in real-life scenarios for them to become second nature. Challenge yourself to observe subtle cues during daily interactions. Pay attention to body language, facial expressions, and vocal tones. With time, your ability to interpret these signals will become increasingly refined and instinctive. For young professionals looking to advance their careers, continual practice of these skills can be transformative. Networking events, meetings, and casual office conversations provide ample opportunities to apply what you've learned. By doing so, you can cultivate stronger professional relationships, gain allies, and navigate workplace dynamics more effectively. For those striving to enhance their romantic and familial relationships, practice means being fully present and attentive during interactions with loved ones. Notice the small shifts in their expressions and vocal tones, and respond with empathy and understanding. This attentiveness not only shows that you care but also invests in the relationship, strengthening the emotional bond between you. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers will appreciate that these practices are grounded in research-based insights. The techniques discussed are supported by studies in human behavior and psychology, ensuring that your efforts rely on proven methods rather than anecdotal evidence. Engaging consistently with these practices will deepen your understanding of human behavior, enriching your journey of personal growth. As we wrap up this exploration of the art of reading people, I encourage you to approach every interaction with newfound curiosity and a genuine desire for understanding. Consider each person you encounter as a complex narrative waiting to be discovered. What stories lie behind their expressions, gestures, and tones? By adopting this mindset, you enhance your ability to connect with others and contribute to a more empathetic and understanding society. This broader perspective enriches your life in ways that extend beyond personal advancement. It fosters a community where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. In an era where digital communication often overshadows face-to-face interactions, the ability to genuinely connect with others becomes an increasingly precious asset. Remember, the art of reading people is not about manipulation or gaining an advantage. It's about forging meaningful connections, understanding diverse perspectives, and creating a compassionate environment. As you return to your daily life equipped with these skills, strive to build bridges rather than walls. Your efforts to understand and empathize with others will not only benefit you but also generate ripples of positivity in your surroundings. Embrace the journey of continuous learning and practice. Each day presents new opportunities to refine your skills and grow as an individual. Whether your goals include climbing the corporate ladder, deepening romantic connections, or simply gaining a better understanding of human behavior, these techniques serve as stepping stones to a richer, more fulfilling life. Thank you for embarking on this journey through the art of reading people. Your dedication to improving your interpersonal skills and understanding the intricacies of human behavior is commendable. Keep practicing, stay curious, and, above all, continue striving to connect with others on a deeper level. The rewards of your efforts will manifest in a tapestry of rich, meaningful relationships that enhance every aspect of your life. Copyright 2024 by AudioBooksTube. Thank you for listening. Please consider to subscribe, like, and share to help the channel grow new videos on a daily basis.